Hi everyone, this is Jason from Musik in the Air. This Sunday, we're going to present to you another concert. And this will be the very first time that we're able to collaborate with other musicians in person and stream the concert to you live in real time. We invited 3 guest musicians this time, Jennifer Frauchi, Sooyeon Kim, and Sophia Sung. Jennifer is a violin faculty member at the Stony Brook University. She has been awarded the Avery Fisher Career Grant and received Grammy nominations twice. Both Sooyeon and Sophia are doctoral candidates of the Stony Brook University as well. Everyone who is going to participate in this concert performance is fully vaccinated, but we keep our masks on during all the rehearsals and the concert for maximum protection. Another special thing about this concert program is that this is the first time we present you complete large-scale works. Our pianist, Miki Aoki, will be performing the second piano concerto by Chopin, accompanied by a string quartet. And then the quartet will perform for you a string quartet composed by Chopin's successor, Szymanowski. Chopin wrote both piano concertos around the same time. The F minor second piano concerto was actually completed earlier than the E minor first piano concerto. Chopin was only 19 years old when he wrote these 2 works. The second piano concerto is written in the traditional 3-movement form, and the first movement starts with a substantial orchestra introduction introducing all the materials. It is very difficult to recapture the sonority and different layers from the original orchestra version by 4 string instruments. But in the quartet arrangement, the arranger clearly marks the original instrumentation from the orchestra score so that we know exactly which part each of us is playing. The second movement of the concerto is a very special piece to me. The transparency and the simplicity in the orchestra accompaniment plays a very important role in complementing the poetic, heartfelt melody played by the piano. Chopin mentioned to his friend that this movement was inspired by his feeling towards Konstancja Gladkowska, a singer who was his fellow student at the conservatory in Warsaw. Chopin's infatuation with this young lady was all in the music in the slow movement because he never had a chance to act on his feelings. The third movement is in a rondo form. The theme is written in the style of the folk Polish dance, mazurka. This movement is lively and energetic. My favorite part in this movement is when the string plays kolanio, which means using the bow stick hitting the string. I'm sure that you will feel like dancing with the music when you listen to this movement. The String Quartet No. 1 by Szymanowski was composed in 1917 during a very difficult period of the composer's life. During that period, Szymanowski and his family were forced to leave his hometown because the revolutionaries destroyed their home. Similar to Chopin, Szymanowski was also devoted completely to Congress Poland, although his hometown was part of the Russian Empire and is now part of Ukraine. He made efforts to promote Polish composers, and he also studied and taught in the conservatory in Warsaw, which is the same institute where Chopin studied. Szymanowski originally planned to write 4 movements for this quartet, with a movement of fugue as the finale. However, he never completed the fugue movement, and this quartet finished with only 3 movements. Classical music went through many changes in the 20th century, especially during the 2 world wars. Szymanowski was first influenced by French Impressionism, especially music by Debussy and Ravel. And then he shifted his focus to music by Wagner and Strauss. Before Szymanowski wrote this quartet, he was aware of Schoenberg's experiment toward a new path of classical music, and Szymanowski showed great interest in atonal music as well. So in this quartet, you will hear combinations of all these different styles. There are many passages that require musicians to use what we call extended techniques, such as playing against the bridge or playing on the fingerboard. Szymanowski uses a lot of dissonances in this composition, and the tonality in this piece is also ambiguous, especially in the last movement where you see 4 different key signatures written for each of the 4 parts. But most of this piece sounded pretty tonal. It is interesting that the second movement also starts with a beautiful love song, but the movement ends with something rather dark and depressive. To me, the music reflects the composer's own experience during the war and the revolution. So, if you're interested to hear both works, please join us this Sunday, April 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The tickets are available for purchase on our website, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you at the concert.